A heated response tonight from a Southside community where hundreds of migrants are about to be moved.
Yeah, it's happening in Hyde Park. Tia Ewing has the explosive meeting tonight.
2 buses showed up in the city of Chicago today carrying migrants, and we know at least for the week there's been 4 that have arrived here. And this is not the first time that migrants will call Hyde Park home. 120 lived at the Lakeshore Hotel in January and also March. Most residents didn't know anything about it, and this is the first time they are sounding off.
I don't want them there. Take them someplace else or send them back to Venezuela. I don't care where they go. This is wrong. You got 73% of the people homeless in this city are black people. What have you done for them?
There were lots of fireworks over the migrants moving into the Lakeshore Hotel for 6 months, where 300 can be housed. Also, the city says it's a fluid situation, and it will need to revisit that timeline. Even the alderman, Desmond Yancey of the 5th Ward, says he just found out about it last week.
I found out on Wednesday, called a meeting immediately. I don't know what happened before I got here. But in the spirit of transparency, this is why we're in a room, because I felt it was important for community members to know what was going on in their neighborhood, even if the mayor's office wasn't willing to.
It was standing room only inside the promontory. Residents had a lot of questions about police patrols, the change noticed in communities where migrants currently are, and the future plans for dealing with the migrant crisis.
Plymouth Court and Van Buren, that site looks like basically a bomb went off. So I'm concerned about the sites where the migrants are.
We have shelter rules that we implement across the sites.
New arrivals must wait 150 days to apply for a work permit. Those on the front line of dealing with this crisis says part of the solution is getting migrants seeking asylum work.
Without some remedies from the federal action, whether it's funding or the ability for folks to work, we find ourselves in a hole.
And despite the overall response from residents, come this Friday, that is the earliest that migrants will start moving into the hotel. From Hyde Park, Tia Ewing, Fox 32, Chicago.
Shalom, shalom, Yahawah. I want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Qadash, which in the Paleo Hebrew tongues, connected to the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostle, elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you sister brothers living this truth, and shalom to brothers and sisters that's listening and studying, show themselves approved. Woo! As you just seen from that clip, the elites are doing everything in their power to make sure that Babylon the Great collapses. And you see, they're busing migrants, the people from the border, all the way to Chicago, which is already a trash can of a place. You got Jakes, unaliving each other at a high clip. What you think the migrants gonna do when they get there? What you think that's gonna do? Then they're talking about giving them jobs, sheltering them. Like, this place is already, you can't even take care of your own citizens. So you want to bring in millions of other people from another country of a problem you cause, because the cartels get their drugs from Esau, Edom. And it just compounded the problem, and this is all biblical prophecy, man. Babylon the Great will fall, will break, and this is part of their breaking system, So you like that Eve said, she was like, we got 73% of black people that's homeless in Chicago. I didn't know it was that high. I kind of figured it, but, you can see it here, like, this place is about to blow, man. This is like a perfect storm of events to break this place. Imagine when the dollar collapsed. And then, like, say the migrants, you don't know how they are. A lot of them ain't gonna get jobs, So if they can't, that they gonna bring them here, give them benefits for a minute, then say, live on your own. So what the migrants gonna do? Start jumping in Jake's neighborhoods, invading one another, trying to get, the food they need, the lack of bread, and then what Jake gonna do? They already unaliving each other for stupid stuff. They gonna be attacking the migrants. So you have the migrants, which is a lot of them is Jakes, northern tribe Jakes. They're going to be attacking the southern tribe, and it's going to create chaos, which is what Esau Edom wants. So he can declare martial law, and then he can bring in his MOTB system. And he'll be like, okay, if you want to stay in my system, if you want food and housing and clean water and things of that nature, medical benefits and that nature, you got to take the MOTB. And you can see how the devil's setting it up to put people in that situation. He's like, clamming people together, you know, making the situation worse. And that's all manufactured on purpose. Because why would you bring people in when you can't take care of the ones you got? She made a very good point. Like, Babylon the Great does not take care of its citizens good at all. Like, as rich as this country is or should be, there should be no homeless. You got over 2,000 billionaires here. There should be no homeless. There should be nobody hungry. Like, the world has enough resources to take care of everybody. But see, you got these devils that hoard the resources, then like they make everybody fight for the scraps. That's why, like, where was that clip at? How I hated that. They'll be fighting for the crumbs in the system. Exactly. This devil taking the whole pie. He gonna flip a little bit of crumbs and have all the people, the billions of people fighting over him. And see what this devil want? He wants people to, you know, unalive other people because they got to get the population down. They're creating purge scenarios is what these devils are doing. So they're like, okay, I'm not going to send my military or my National Guard to, you know, fight the public. I'm going to just make them fight each other. And I'm going to send some people from a whole nother country in here with the people that's already here that's struggling and make them duke it out for what's left. You know, and that's going to bring us into, because this is going down, this is going to bring us to second address 15 and 15. I'm going to start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. See, we don't dwell in the world. We dwell in the heavens. But these 2/3, they dwell in the world. Verse 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. This place has billions of guns. They're going to get used. Especially people get fed up. And they're getting fed up. They're about at their breaking point. And then here goes 16. For there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions stand in their power. You peep that? And I'm going to go to verse 19. And the man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of a lack of bread and for great tribulation. All those things are coming. You can see it coming from a mile away. You know, Esau's making sure it come. He's creating a scenario. You ain't got to do it like that, but he's doing that because they have an agenda they got to get off the ground. So it's about to get real, real crazy in Babylon the Great real soon. Like, this winter's going to be crazy. You know, they're going to be, people going to be fighting over what jobs is left. That's why Jake better hurry up and get some jobs for these migrants start taking the jobs. I can see them lowering the pay rate because you got a migrant, you know, the northern tribe, you could charge them like, get them on like $8 an hour to do a job, and they'll take you. They feel like, you know, this is better than nothing. So they can use this to bring down the pay rate, you know? And then, hey, this place is about to blow, man. It's the perfect storm of events. Overseas, here. And then, when I think of it, let's go to my subscribers. The brother in New York, Elmo Gabar, did a very good lesson. Talking about this same stuff. He should be more in the front. There you go. Check that lesson out too. I'll put that in the description box. I would play it, but Trump has got Donald Trump, and he's riling up his base. You know, the Edomites, the lower level Edomites, work class that we got to deal with. He's over there talking that good stuff they love to hear. He talking about, you know, a lot about the 1-9 situation, which I would play it, but you can watch this lesson and you'll hear him riling his base up. So you can see, hey, the battlefields is being drawn. Like, this place is about to be a battlefield pretty soon. Like, people about to be banging. Esau's at the end of his rope. 2/3 Jake at the end of their rope. You got a whole nother group of foreign people that's just here. You know, they want to get their resources cut off, and they're going to have to fend on their own. And it's going to be like a free fall in this country, man. And that's like the perfect storm. And then what Esau going to do, he going to usher in his UN peacekeeper troops. You know, his military right behind it. Martial law, because what they do, order out of chaos. So the devil right now is creating the chaos so that he can come in with the order. And what's the order going to be? The order is going to be the MOTB, that device. You know, because people are going to be fighting. It's going to be a lot of shooting out here. A lot of women getting ravished. And so they're going to run to Esau for help. You know, they're going to run to Esau. Like, Esau going to be like, if you want to be in my system, I got to tag you. You know, I got to put this micro CHIP in your body. And, you know, if you're a 2/3 don't know no better, or you're desperate, you're going to take it. They're going to take it. That's how the devil's going to get people to take that MOTB. Because a lot of people see it coming, but they talking that tough stuff now, like, I ain't taking that, I ain't doing that. But wait till the chaos hit, and you not in the secret place of Yahawashi. See, us in this truth, we good. The Most High got us, man. Stay locked on this truth. The Most High is going to protect us. But if you a worldly person, which the majority of the people I see are still out there, like a lot of people is not in this truth. I'm looking at my family. I'm looking at my co-workers. I'm looking at the people around me. They're not in this truth. Even though you can see this stuff coming, they still like disregarding the truth. Everybody heard about the Hebrew Israelite movement, you know, awakening, should I say, because this is awakening. Everybody heard about it, and they're not taking it seriously. They still thinking getting the bag. You know, I'm just listening to people at my job talk and their ambitions. They still think they're gonna get businesses, go to college, get the bag, and I'm looking like, man, you crazy, I don't know what. This place is done. It look like it might not make it past next year. You know, this election about to be crazy if you even go to that. Like, as I'm looking at these prophecies, it's like Babylon the Great's time is getting shorter and shorter. This place ain't got that much longer. So I be looking at people talk like, dude, you ain't got 10 years. You ain't got 20 years. You're not about to, my little girl grow up, man. This place is about to go down right now. You know, now is the time to get in this truth. Now is the time to get it all, especially like the Jeremiah Gabar been sending all kind of articles in the group chat. They talking about cutting the power off pretty soon. You know, I'm talking about he's sending articles back to back. Esau talking about the power going out. Solar flares. This people about to blow up the grid. Just all kind of little, you know, propaganda. But for them to keep saying that means they're going to do that pretty soon. So that means this internet going to get cut off. You can't try to find us on the YouTube. We're not going to be there. And once all hell break loose, we're not going to be on the highway and hedges talking about getting this truth. We're not going to do that. So it's time people take this seriously, man. If you want salvation and get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding why it's available to you, you got the liberty. Because it seems like time is just getting shorter and shorter and shorter. You know, overseas, you got Hamites bucking up to Esau. You know, the French talking about putting in troops on the ground, and Africa calling them terrorists. Africa bucking up to them, you know, the Hamites. And it's just, this place is about to blow, man. You can just see the perfect storm brewing. Like, the Lord is cooking all this up. Like, we was all talking in the group chat, you know, all this Akim, and the Barak made a good point. He said, man, hey, what the Lord is doing is way better than any TV show or the game that's on. I was like, man, man, the Most High is working a mighty work, man. This place is about to blow. I mean, it's like a powder keg. And it's like the Most High is lighting up, sticking up dynamite. You know, everybody, you can tell their tempers are short. Like, I'm at the job, people was like tearing each other heads off. They ain't about to fight. People woe out. You know, people will woe out. And then you can see the judgment increasing in this place. Like, my newsfeed is overwhelmed with judgment. Brothers posting it up, like, people is going crazy because this devil is like doing a rug pull. You know, this place is about to go. So I'll put that in the description box or in the comment board, and I recommend you watch that lesson because, hey, Trump ain't never control opposition. He playing his part. You know, he's riling his people up so they can get angry, get mad. You know, they got a lot of swords, which is guns. And then you got 2/3 getting riled up. Then they get mad. See, all these people voted for Joe Butthead. And what is Joe Butthead doing? Bringing in a bunch of migrants. Like, he playing his part too. You know, they ought to feel, that's it. It's going to be the shame to the 2/3 because they put their hope in these presidents. They put their hope in, you know, Babylon the Great. And this place is being destroyed. And they're going to feel stupid when it finally goes. And they're going to take that device, you know, the little 2/3. They're going to end up taking it. Man, the devil talking about bringing back lockdowns and like, you know, Trump talking about we ain't doing that. We're not going to comply. And, you know, his base getting riled up. They're going to roll with him. So it's about to be a lot of fighting here. It's about to be war. and Babylon the Great, which I'm going to go get this and we'll shut it down. So I just want to do a quick little, through the spirit, because, boy, you can see this cooking up. You can see it cooking up, and it's going to be, we're going to this time right here. This second Esdras 16 and 70. For there should be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. 71. They should be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. And 72. For they should waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. The devil about to do that, man. When martial law get declared, the devil, man, he got a thing called Rex 84 King Alfred plan. And that's when they eliminate, that's basically all the children of Israel. This devil has to get rid of the children of Israel. So first he got to create a bunch of uproar, a bunch of chaos, Then he can initiate martial law. And when martial law is kicked in, this doesn't do whatever he want to do. Constitution suspended, you don't have no rights. He can do whatever he want to do. He can say we are a public health threat. He can say we're domestic terrorists. And he can just straight, unalive as many children of Israel as he want to. We're gonna end off this right here, because this is what's coming. This is what's coming. Way in the Old Testament, Jeremiah 30 and 7. And it reads, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who's that he? It's talking about the hopeful elect right there. And that's why we do this word. We do these lessons, hit the highway and hedges like ain't no tomorrow. Because we know we need that protection from Yahawah, from Yahawashi. We need it. Because we see what he's cooking up. We see the destruction coming. So being a prudent man, hey, we foresee the evil. We looking to hide ourselves from it. And where are we hiding ourselves? In the pavilion of Yahawashi. That's what we doing. So I love that, because Jacob's trouble is about to be crazy. And Jake thinks because it's doomsday prep and he got guns, he can fight it, but no, you can't. This devil about to throw everything in the kitchen sink at the children of Israel to cut the numbers down, man. We're going to Revelation 12 and 12 territory. The devil has but a short time. He's seeing everybody kicking him out. He losing resources. He done lost control of the narrative. Everybody looking at him like Esau, Edom. So this devil, he's trying to do what they call a global reset. He's trying to reset the clock, take away all the history, and then, run it where, everybody in horror bondage slavery again. But he's not getting that. This next round is the end of Esau, Edom. That's what's about to come. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be the end of him. But before he goes, he still got that great sword. He still is in power. So what's he going to do with that sword? He going to put it to the children of Israel. That's Zechariah 13 and 8. He's going to grind on them with his military. So if you're not in this truth, then hey, you're gonna be left out there, man. And when this thing hits at the full power, if the Lord's not with you, you're not going to make it. Point blank, period. Ain't no way you're gonna get through or I'll skip through. No. If you are not written in the book of life, you are not going to make it past Jacob's trouble. Point blank, period. So the best thing to do is to get in this truth. And you're in the truth, lock in. Lock in, increase your faith, and stay prayed up. Because we about to go through some real troubling times. What the scriptures say, the days be evil. We about to go into some evil times. But being in this truth and your faith is turned up, you like, bring it. I'm ready for it. This place need to be cleansed. These people need to, fear the Lord. I'm ready to see these people get jacked up. These 2/3 get on my nerves. These little Sambo coon niggas, all these ratchets. You just look on TV and see Jake just making a fool of themselves. They need to be jacked up. So I'm ready for it to come. I'm ready for it, And it's true, we ready for it. So with that being said, I hope this has been edifying. I want to say Kwam Yasharala, detailed by Bob. Shalom.